And now we're recording.
Calendars are its sojeliers, and it's so true. Gosh.
Don't make fun of my chatter's spelling.
I won't. I liked it. Sodeliers is a very funny way to write that.
I'm a sodelier.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
So, God, what did I even... So, a lot of shit happened last time.
We went to the 5th floor.
We found a cool
to the garden.
Named
and we
several
met.
chickens.
You've been making me name them.
All right.
I want you to say all 5 of them.
Clucky Finster. Brunhilde. Donnie Darkmeat. Orb. And the ultimate Clucky student.
Nope.
The ultimate chicken.
Ultimate Clucky student would have been so much better.
Yeah. We already had Clucky Finster, though.
I'll change Clucky Finster for Ultimate Clucky student.
The ultimate chicken, a.k.a. Japanese.
The Cho Cluck Cluck Kyo no Niwatori. But fuck that. Ultimate Clucky student is so much better. We need to replace Clucky Finster now. What's Clucky Finster's new name gonna be? What about something in the line of I mean we've got Omelet, we've got Nugget.
Nice.
I added that, by the way. We got the Bagok. We got Beautiful Eyes. We got For Daisy. I was like, I have them on my computer. I might as well just put them on the robot.
Bagok.
What's Clucky Finster's new Yakuza-type name? Omelet, Nugget,
Tenda?
Breast.
Oh.
No. Tendo.
Tendo.
Chicken Tendo.
Chicken Tendo. Tendies. Tenda.
Okay. We got Tendo. We got Brunhilde. Donnie Darkmeat. Orb. And the Ultimate Clucky Student, a.k.a. Cho Cluck Cluck Kyo no Niwatori.
Yeah. Also,
we found a room where there were 100 dead body outlines on the ground.
Yeah.
And a lot of blood and bones and skeletons.
Yes. We also... I had a fever, and in my fever dream, I almost got attacked by a masked assailant who took the knife that I had in my room. And then when I got up, everybody was like, "Hey, good morning. We disassembled Monokuma." And we're like, "What the fuck?"
We might get a recap
Since
right
the
now.
investigation just started, that's
Yes. We found out that this dead body is either Kyoko or not Kyoko.
Oh, it is. It is real. This really happened. This happened to my buddy Eric.
The other thing is we learned that the mastermind is broadcasting all of these murders.
No, it was Makoto's fever dream.
To the world.
Yes.
Because we got into the data center.
We got into the data center and we
The
realized...
unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko?
Yeah, because when the body exploded, we also found a key to the data center. And now... I wish we hacked the mainframe.
Or... I have no choice. Oh, that's right. That was Makoto thinking about the body. We were actually in the data center. Haha. I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to discover the truth for myself or uncover. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all dead.
It's true. Hacking is just if you hit inspect in your browser. And
you
like,
see they leave a
"Oh."
funny comment in that says like, "Hello, hackers." And then you go, I hacked it.
I know what class this button has.
That used to be maybe websites are still doing that.
I think,
putting little secrets in the comments.
Yeah, I think there was some website that I think it was
that was
maybe
how Panic at the Disco announced their second album. Pretty odd.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty odd. They had their own little ARG.
Yeah, I think I did that on like Coursera or something. They had a little thing like, "Hey, do you want to come work with us?" And I was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Super secret number.
But I think some Republicans, or possibly just some politicians of any party, were like, "It's hacking if you hit the inspect
Here's
tool
to you
on an HTML."
That's cool.
So that's pretty good. Yeah, so we now have to figure out... A class trial is now going to happen for a body, which in the Monokuma file says... We don't know what happened.
I don't know.
We don't know who it is. They were just stabbed.
I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Nice. As ever, I need a haircut.
Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do.
Hit Y.
The Y button will tell me everything. There's a knife laying on the ground.
I'm already like, I need to dial the... I always do this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury?
The Y button.
Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Holy shit. Wait, is this... That's it! It's the knife that person was holding.
It's also the knife I had in my bedroom.
I haven't quite figured that one out yet. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me that night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here.
I've noticed the fingernails on... The lack of fingernails on the attacker at night and the fingernails on the body that we have here.
Fingernails at night, attacker's delight.
Uh-huh.
Fingernails on corpse, attacker's remorse.
That's so fucking true.
You know?
You know?
I'll quote that. That was stupid enough to get a quote.
Uh-huh.
If only I was typing at a better angle.
No! Done and dusted. Thank you.
Yay! How do I do this again? It's been a while. I think I do review, approve. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you.
Thanks, you for typing.
So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because...
I forgot I hadn't read that yet.
When they attacked, I was in a kind of trance.
Sorry. No.
When they attacked, I was listening to Pendulum.
That's a double trance joke.
Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife.
And I'm shaking my head at, no, you didn't.
And maybe then I killed them so hard that they flew up to the 5th floor and got a bomb planted on them.
Mm-hmm.
And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean that Kyoko is the one that attacked me.
Not necessarily.
But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way.
Nice.
Alright, the debris doesn't appear to matter. But...
Your fingernail observation reminded me of that episode of That 70s Show where someone had to light Kitty's cigarette, but the show had someone with a different shirt sleeve on than anyone else in the series in the entire episode to do it.
Yeah, it was like, I know you guys smoke, so I'm gonna close my eyes, put my hands like this, and there better be a cigarette in
was it one of the, like, circle segments?
It was just like, she had her eyes closed, and then off camera, somebody who put the cigarette in her hand. It was just an arm.
Oh, but it wasn't one of the actual actors.
Right. It was just a different shirt,
just
so you would never know who did it.
The lighter strikes again.
Mm-hmm. Just a helpful guy.
These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but...
It's a good joke.
I feel like I've seen something like it before.
Have I?
That's it! The Pokédex! But where? Wait, was it... There! I'll have to double check that later.
Don't worry, just keep going.
Okay, fine.
You'll figure it out when you figure it out.
Yeah.
If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity, or even paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was garbage.
No,
Delete
it
me.
wasn't.
Ban me. Delete me.
No.
There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. Like a funyarinpa. That's a joke for Zero Escape fans and no one else. I've never seen anything like it before.
I like the idea that Makoto, he's having this moment with everyone he interacts with. He's like,
I just can't understand. It's like they come from a different world. They have a tattoo on their hand. Are there really people like this? The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that. Right?
I mean... What?
Nothing. I thought you were going to make a joke. And I was like, is he going to make a joke that I was thinking of?
This is a dead body.
This is a dead body. Yeah, I know. I thought about it, and then I said, this is a dead body of a teenager.
No, what happened there in my mind was that I was gonna say, like, I mean, no, you threw a bucket of water at the top half of the body and the rest of it didn't get wet.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not weird. But then in my head I was like,
Is that
weird?
Does that matter to the case?
I don't remember if that matters to the case.
Okay.
So I was like, let's just pull back, because I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I don't remember.
The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened.
Do you get it?
Also, the top half of the... Wait, is this the same? The top half of the body is wet. Oh, okay. Byakuya's just fucking watching. Byakuya, by the way, lest we forget, Byakuya gave Makoto the bucket of water and was like, throw this on the body.
Right. He's like, hurry up, man.
Meanwhile, he's standing right there.
Yep.
Reaching over the body to hand you the bucket of water.
Over the flames.
That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water...
Great. Great.
Alright, I got the...
I think you're good.
Let me try this something.
Totally
Totally blackened. Yes. Okay. Well, sorry to make you watch that again. It's not on fire. And I threw water on it. Okay. Okay.
The middle part of the body is where the wet part meets the dry part.
Oh.
I assume maybe it wants to talk about the stab wound, maybe? I don't know.
The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left.
I don't know if I'd say that, but okay, that's it. Step away from the dead body.
Alright. I think now I just need to talk to... Well, let me check the shed.
Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Hey, Byakuya, isn't this where you live?
Took me a second.
This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words,
Oh, sorry.
a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Boring. Is this a tarp?
Fucking tarps.
I
Again.
love those. Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry, like a tarp. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me.
They see me folded my white tarp. They notice that only one side's wet and dirty.
Only just too wet and dirty.
Only one side's wet and dirty.
Good.
That's the one thing in here that concerns me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else has been moved or altered, so... Yeah. Alright. Chickens!
Finally, you check on the chick. Tendo! Formerly known as Clucky Finster! There is no reason to go on anymore! What am I fighting for?
Exactly. I'm so glad these chickens stayed in one exact spot the whole time, too. So that we knew exactly which one was missing.
What's going on, Makoto?
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
Oh my god!
Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course, there are precisely 5. I was curious if you picked up last time on the fact that when you talked to him, he was like, "Yup,
5 chickens!" Yeah, I did pick up on that. Like, one of these chickens is gonna go missing, huh?
Yeah, right?
Huh? What's wrong?
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. I mean, it's bad enough that there was a murder. Ah! That's so weird. I wonder when Clucky Finster, also known as Chicken Tendo, disappeared.
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Okay, Mista.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is a Mista-ass conversation.
I suspect that in the original Japanese, he's probably talking about the superstition of the number 4 being unlucky.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. My beloved Tendo was missing. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case?
Alright, now, I think I just gotta talk to everybody. Toko!
Did you do something to Chicken Tendo, you fuck?
So, who does that body belong to?
Who cares
Whoever it
about
is.
that right now, Toko? We
I'm
have
not-
bigger problems.
I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up?
If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound has stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Wow, thanks! That was a big help. Now that you
Smokes!
explained it, I totally remember how it looks.
Welcome.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. And thank God for my photographic cutscene memory, or you would have gotten us all killed, Hina. So thank you, too.
Thank you for the truth bullet, Hina. I'm gonna ask Hiro.
It's 11 o'clock right now.
Okay, and?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about how when we first found the body...
When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we could say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
Thumbs up for that.
That's a pretty small job.
Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want to talk about?
So in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi.
Alibi? Wait, the cool investigation music.
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden.
Good to know.
However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis
Are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
and if the victim really is Kyoko.
Then I'm the only one without an alibi.
Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you?
I'm telling the truth, I was in my room. But I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here.
I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? I guess I did it. Shit. Oh well.
Did you talk to... I think you talked to everyone.
Yeah.
So you can head out now. Oh, okay. What else is there? Oh, to the right.
Okay.
This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. I remember because I said it out loud 6 times last time. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place... at all. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
Limit my options?
Just give up the key to your room.
I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key.
I just stopped drinking coffee for now. I forget how much that caffeine hits me, because I don't drink that much coffee. Whew! I still have so much left.
I'll drink it if you don't want it.
Hands off my coffee.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. Hey, Byakuya? Holy shit, I shouldn't have had that much. Ah! If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial.
Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it.
Hello, my teenage dream ended. Let me tell you, I tend to go for a, I usually go for a dark roast, but sometimes I want a light roast with a lot of sugar and milk. I don't know. I mix it up a lot, I would say. I mean, I used to work at a coffee place, Caribou Coffee, if anyone's ever heard of it. So I drank a lot of coffee back in college times, but I stopped because I was drinking way too much, and now it's been so long since I drank a lot of coffee regularly that it really hits me nowadays. Whereas I used to have to drink like this much coffee to feel anything. Mm-hmm. Anyway, here, let me read this line. Okay. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Just the two of us, alone in Kyoko's room. I'm sure that there's a lot of fanfiction about this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Then, will you go out with me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not.
Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area.
I used to drink a lot of light roast. When I first started drinking coffee, it was like light roast or nothing, because dark roast was too bitter for me. I'll tell you what though, the first time I had and this is gonna sound bougie because it is, but I had a cappuccino in Italy, and it was so fucking good, and it just clicked, and I was like, I totally get how you could drink like bitter coffee, like, because there was no sugar in it. It was just the
right, but the flavor
foam
was
and
just so.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy shit! The actual like espresso taste of this is so fucking good, and that opened the door for me to enjoy black coffee and dark roasts and stuff. Not that a dark roast can't be sugared and milked up to hell, but yeah, that was a real turning point in my coffee life.
Yeah,
It was a real Ratatouille moment. I saw my childhood home.
I know how, and you were drinking like a ton of coffee in your childhood home.
Yeah, and I moved out of that home when I was like maybe 3, so
it was really weird.
They probably shouldn't have given me so much coffee.
Mm-hmm. Can I reveal to you?
Well,
a fact?
here's a joke, and I'm gonna have to type it, or it's not gonna make sense.
Okay.
Here, close your eyes.
Okay. As a former Starbucks employee, I always liked, whenever I'd come in, sometimes we'd have
Okay,
other
you can see it
coffees. Good joke. Can confirm. When I'd go into work in the morning, sometimes I would just get like a drip coffee. I like a blonde roast with some coconut milk. That was always really good. Their blonde espresso is very nice. I do like to get Starbucks drinks with blonde espresso.
Because the Starbucks blonde roast that I've had the most times, because they had it in the like coffee maker thing at my old work, is it Verona,
yeah.
That
Good
one,
ass. Yeah, it's very chocolatey.
That one's good. I was gonna say that one sucks ass, but then I remembered the one that actually sucks ass was the medium, the
Pike's roast.
Pike's roast.
Yeah, Pike
Place. I can't remember what it was actually called, but
Starbucks and their burnt beans. It's true. I don't feel like it tastes that burnt, but. Do you like how I'm just wandering around? Because I actually have no idea what the fuck
I can tell you where
about.
you're supposed to go.
Great.
Go open your truth bullets. And take a look at the fragments. So, you saw something else that had a red panel attached to it. Do you have any memory of that at all?
No, not at all.
Okay, in that case, I will give you the hint from a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
You saw something else that... How do I put this? What happened to the body?
It was stabbed, and then when Toko went to rip the mask off to find out who it was, it exploded.
Yes, so bits of charred debris near the body related to the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything else recently that would relate to that? Any other explosive anything?
The bomb in the gym? They murdered the fucking Pokedex, though.
Well, maybe there's a fresh Pokedex for us to hang out with in the gym.
It's not the same!
It's not the same! I think it's... Yeah, I think they literally just said that they put it right back down where they were standing. Oh, it's not going to explode right now? Okay, well, let me just set it right next to my feet then.
Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what?
Oh, I see.
A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden.
It's part of the bomb. Okay.
Well, not necessarily part of the bomb, but it's the same...
Setup as the bomb that was in Monokuma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya.
Oh, I hit Y.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yippee!
I just have to make Mario noises until she laughs. That's how our relationship works.
Haha, yay, Mario!
Yay, Mario!
You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go.
Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms.
I'm hurrying!
Well then, here we go. Here we go!
Byakuya took
My
out
friend
the
Mario.
key and slid it into the keyhole, and then...
And it's open.
And it's open.
Looks like it. Thanks.
Great
God, their
conversation.
chemistry is off the charts. Hey, someone else who didn't bother decorating their room at all.
So this is Kyoko's room.
How does it feel, Makoto, to have as boring and personality devoid a room as the person who claims to have absolutely no memories?
There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
Actually, I don't remember if Kyoko has ever claimed to have full amnesia.
I mean, she knows her name, but she doesn't remember.
Yeah.
She's just like, I don't remember what I am. I
Yeah.
can't tell you what
I actually
am.
don't even remember what the extent of it was. Those giant bolts and nuts on the wall are the hottest new stock. I mean, I've said this before. Those plates on the walls, in most rooms, that's where the windows are that are all covered up. But in these dorms, those are literally attached to nothing.
Yeah.
They're just on the wall. Just to be upsetting, I guess.
Yeah,
just
so
to
because the
remind
layout-
you.
Yeah, the layout doesn't make sense, just to be upsetting.
Yeah. What's that? What purpose does it serve?
I think it's probably a key.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, Makoto, I like Makoto. He's fine.
I was
He doesn't
high-fiving
need
for
a
Byakuya.
purpose.
Thumbs up for that.
Sorry, I'm just always looking for an excuse to play that.
Yes.
Hey, quit bugging
bugs in here.
They put bugs in it.
The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers.
Sorry. The lockers use them for their lockers.
You know, the lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
Wow, Byakuya. You should try showing someone your dick sometime. Taka and I had a great time doing that. That doesn't really...
Certainly.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo that this might go to?
To the dojo. Oh, okay.
You didn't bother looking at anything.
Well,
I know, you just didn't want to have Makoto interact with her bed after what happened with Sayaka's
yeah,
bed.
her sense.
Her scent enveloped me. Here's her bed. It smells terrible. I don't see anything interesting here. At least not as far as the case is concerned.
Gross. Okay, well, I can't open up the drawer.
Probably talk to him. I don't think you've done that yet.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here.
No, I'm reading everything as written.
A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
Yes, and you can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here?
Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it!
I like him being like, I must have it somewhere. Pulls it out of pocket.
It was in my pocket.
What a weird spot for it to be.
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it.
Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
That's all that was in there?
Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. How could we possibly solve this riddle? Well, I give up. But could something be hidden? Under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78 student registry, Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, fine, go for it.
I don't want it to get cold.
Yeah. I'm still coming down. I think I was like right on the edge of like, if I take one more sip, I'm going to feel so bad. So I'm just like, just come down. Have more in a bit if I need it.
Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key.
Oh god. Forgot about this fucker. Just warming up.
Yeah, there you go.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and fuck. That's it. This must be the fuck that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay.
So the blank that Monokuma, a key and blank fuck, and it's like, what is it? Makoto asked him, like, what is that? And he's like, it's a blank. Figure it out.
That's right. I stole his blanket for my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet.
Oh, you
Name.
said what the blank, like what the fuck? Just realized you didn't actually need an explanation of what the blank was.
Name. Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex. Female. The ultimate soldier.
Yikes.
Although small for her age, she was a military specialist, trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Before, I just want to say right now, this is the most insufferable person yet.
Oh.
This person, I mean, I'm not saying anything about the character. Just this person that we're hearing described.
Oh, I'm 8 and I'm writing for military magazines.
I'm fucking
Okay.
I'm the spokesperson of the fucking tack light.
Yeah. I'm 8 years old and I love the
I'm
tack light.
Mukuro Ikusaba, and I'm here to tell you about the tack visor for your car.
Oh, you're welcome.
Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over the Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found.
Her parents are just like, fuck, we shouldn't have named her corpse. God damn it.
That was a lot of in-words. Intense international investigation information. However, she reappeared in, another one, Japan, 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, I mean, you and I have a particular thing that we think of when we hear the name Fenrir, right?
Fenrir Greyback, Harry Potter.
That's right, and nothing else. Definitely not talking about any fan fiction that we've read.
Absolutely not.
However, she never revealed why she decided to press the button so early. She never revealed why she decided to return home when she did.
Interesting. ...
The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group.
Is there a Fenrir thing in Kingdom Hearts? Fenrir. I don't remember a Fenrir in Kingdom Hearts. What's the Fenrir in Kingdom Hearts? Tell me. Now!
This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in. It's like a completely different dimension.
From Final Fantasy. I don't remember that.
It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi.
Oh, I don't remember the Cloud Keyblade in 2.
I didn't get
I'll
that
Google
far
it.
into.
Also, you're skipping dialogue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person like you or me. An average high school student. But then...
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Oh. I don't remember this one. How do you get this?
Huh? You recognize it?
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. Oh, you have to beat Sephiroth. No fucking wonder I've never gotten it. Sephiroth! But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering.
Croy is a true gamer.
The idea of Makoto being like,
Fenrir always get job done. I'll keep that in mind in case I need to hire any mercenaries.
Yeah, exactly.
This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in.
I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Ah, it's you!
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
Oh, thank you.
Uh-oh, you found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order.
Makoto's just looking at his hands like, are they
He really thinks my hands are pretty?
pretty? Am I a pretty girl?
I've got it! I'm gonna become the ultimate hand model!
Nice.
I'd show you my hands right now, but I've had really dry skin on my knuckles. I don't know what's going on. Not so much on it's on this hand only. What the fuck? I don't know if anyone can see my hand.
Don't look at me, I'm a monster!
Oh no.
Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Yeah, probably it's just that it's winter and it's getting dry. I remember though when I got that COVID vaccine, I had really bad dry skin on the backs of my hands. Both of them, but way more on my left hand. I don't know. Could be a weird lasting side effect, because I don't think No, I'll tell you what, when I moisturize, I get a weird allergic reaction. I have yet to find a hand moisturizer that doesn't make my hands all red. In fact, I moisturized when I was getting the dry skin after the vaccine, and it was so much worse. Anyway. Oh, so that was my hands. Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a squeaky, creaky chair, and I keep clasping my hands together and making a fart noise. I just want everyone
We
to
have
know.
never farted on stream.
Neither
just
of us.
So you know.
I mean, I've never farted in my life.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm a
so
girl.
you're saying you have
Not
to
allowed.
follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Something interesting.
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Just taking a look.
I'm just looking.
Just reminiscing.
I'm looking at the shoes.
Hmm.
I'm just saying.
A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
Which they alluded to in the trial when they were 16 chairs.
Then...
Hey, I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
gonna take a sip.
The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Do you see? I take one sip of coffee and you see my fucking legs like bouncing right now?
He's bouncing.
I drank like this much. And I'm just like, woohoo! Grr. Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. Hey, all you people. Yahoo, Mario stress. That's me drinking coffee. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Make sense?
well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Kitty, so I'm going to share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Boo-hoo-hoo. Okay, now that's all you get.
I wonder what the secret was then that Monokuma had in her envelope back when that was a concern.
What was that? He had a secret when?
Back when the envelopes of all of their secrets. So,
Oh. For the second motive.
For the second motive,
Okay.
yes. Wonder what her secret was if she doesn't remember anything.
I don't remember if we ever
Allegedly.
learn any more of them.
Yeah, we just know. Well, obviously, we know Makoto's. We know Mundo's. We know Chihira's explicitly.
Yeah,
but those are only the three we know.
Oh, we know Toko's is Genocide Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if we ever learn any more. We might. Maybe.
This is okay. So, Fenrir. I'm assuming they're betting on us not knowing, but I know. Fenrir is, of course, the wolf from Norse mythology. There's a wolf tattoo on the dead body's hand. Kyoko does wear gloves all the time. So it's possible she could have a wolf tattoo and be... There's stuff going on. But, okay.
Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... The tattoo... Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right?
Makoto is like super purity guy. He's like,
A tattoo is just a colorful scar. And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... she didn't treat her body like a temple. Those fake nails on the corpse.
are you thinking about Kyoko again? You lovesick freak?
Huh?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now?
He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he... Whoops!
But the mere fact that he said it proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
Certainly possible.
I hate to agree with Byakuya, but I too am just like, Jesus Christ, Makoto, keep up. Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think?
That's not the conclusion I came to.
In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
All clear.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
In other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. We can put the cool investigation music back on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation.
I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming?
There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
Do you remember when we were in Japan and we were in that small town of Furukawa in Hida, and they had those like wooden structures. I think it was at like a shrine where the like gate was made of wood, and it had like those interlocking pieces. So that if there's an earthquake, it all just like locks together.
Yeah.
That was fucking nuts.
It was.
That's
That was a
genius
really cool shrine.
shit. What the fuck? And these keys also lock things.
Yes.
Much like, and they're made of wood and therefore, and such as.
Yes.
Sorry, I just started thinking about them. It's not interesting.
No, it is.
I agree. I just wanted you to reassure me.
Yeah, of course.
Makoto, do you see that locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
Very strange. It has the number 6 on it, just like the key. I wonder if there might be a connection between the number of the locker and the number of the key that goes with the locker that doesn't have a key on it. Just keep it going. I'm gonna fucking die. Just keep it going.
I should probably do it.
Oh my god. You got it.
Okay. We're trying it.
For the love of God. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Click. Thank God. The
Eagerly
locker-
accepted
The
key.
slutty locker eagerly accepted the key.
Oh, shit.
There are arrows in... I'm sorry. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
I like how I said, oh shit, like, oh fuck, there are arrows? But then I remembered I'm in a dojo, which has
With an
targets
archery
on the wall.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong. Whoops, hold on, I just noticed.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Sorry, I shouldn't have even imagined that Makoto would
know about
notice that kind of
titanium.
thing. Of
Ooh, I'm
course,
gonna
without a
sneeze.
bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
Thanks.
Teamwork.
Strong sticks?
You fucking idiot.
You mean like a stick? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case.
This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? I've never heard of duct tape having anything to do with a murder before. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Fuck this locker. I hate it. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps...
Byakuya?
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of?
But how are we supposed to find out before you advance the text? Do you know what he's thinking?
Well, I was going to say,
How do we find out more about Fenrir?
go to the library.
Where? In the library?
Oh, right, the archive that
The
has all
archive.
the secret shit.
Where in this school would you go to do research on something
Having fun isn't hard.
when you've got
Got a
a
library
secret
card.
archive that has records of presidential assassinations and secret organizations and cold cases and stuff?
Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
I don't know why I did that. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. This is, without a doubt, the most hype guitar solo ever played over an image of somebody standing in a library.
Yep. Absolutely.
I believe there was a file.
I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back of his hand.
Ah, here we go.
He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this.
I have no idea what it says. What language is this?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French?
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Except in France. Perfect observation. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? You want me to read 100 documents to you? Isn't that kind of extreme?
I have like 200 coins for the Monokuma machine.
Here, have 100 vibrators that I got in the school store.
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers.
Okay, so this universe's Unsullied.
Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing their many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. What is it?
This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. I don't know why I said it like that, sorry.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much... I paused as I was considering. Am I going to start singing Little Mermaid? No. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting.
Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use.
So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Not to give it away too much, but also when we saw the cover of the folder,
It had
the tattoo on
tattoo.
it. I don't know why, that's not what they're talking about.
I don't know either.
What? They got a tattoo? Of Fenrir? Could that mean... Oh, fuck!
And that's it.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So,
Thought he was about to start
please meet up in
singing
the
fucking
usual
rock and roll
spot.
suicide.
See you later.
Time takes a cigarette. When the time... then the time has come.
All we can do now is to try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
It would seem that way. Let's go. I said that weird. Sorry, I've been reading way too much dialogue since it's just been Makoto, Monokuma, and Byakuya.
Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together.
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
Second one.
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
I have a theory.
What is it?
Kyoko has to show up before the trial can begin.
Maybe he died again?
What should we do?
Maybe he died again.
Should we keep waiting here, or...
Or what?
Jesus!
Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Boo-hoo-hoo, sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? This is Monokuma. He's the headmaster of Hope's Peak High School. He's the one putting us through this horrible killing game. If
He's
we
a
all
robot.
agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
I'm here. And no rule's been broken.
Damn it, Kyoko. If you make us wait 15 minutes, then we're all allowed to leave.
Kyoko, you're still alive!
No, that's a ghost!
Stop talking!
Well,
This is a murder school.
no spoilers, but maybe he's not supposed to be in charge of the high school. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? I love that Byakuya's just like, are you sure you're not going to kill her?
Are you sure that I can't just say that she should die because she wasted my time?
I know there's nothing in the e-handbook about it, but I do kind of still want you to kill her.
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
Are you gonna tell me that I'm wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko.
So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God! I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with the ghost!
I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me!
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then when did you find out?
So,
Just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms...
Which we have not known existed until right now.
We did know about it. You've never actually interacted with the stairs in the dorms, but it's just next to the warehouse in that little hallway. Yeah, you've never actually checked what they go to, but yes, we've known that there was a second floor of the dorms.
Then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
I think that's Mukuro. Monokuma's secret tool. I've never met her, but...
Just a second.
Hey! What are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
They said there was a secret tool that David played and it pleased the school.
Goodbye.
Well, whoops. That's
Well,
you.
if that's all.
Seemingly unconcerned. Monokuma. Monokuma. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right?
Yeah, you can go. Just kidding.
Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator.
More like a helevator.
Hey!
Thanks.
And
Here
something
we go.
about the doors. This
Oh, they're
time, the
slid shut.
clunking was...
Put bugs in him.
The box.
For a split second as I heard that, I was like, oh, there's voice acting on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Not high enough. If it was Makoto, it'd be like,
They put bugs in him! This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears.
I hate him.
He's a little boy.
He's a little boy. He's this tall. Jesus Christ.
This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word.
You know, when I was on Podcast Who's Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses with Roy and Fallon, they were talking about the character of Wen Zhou, is his name maybe? Might have been his name? I don't remember. He was a little boy. And they said he had birthday boy energy. Mm-hmm. He's a special little guy. You wouldn't hurt a little birthday boy. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's Makoto.
Yeah, he's a special little boy.
It's his birthday every day, and
That's true.
he's having the worst birthdays of his life for
Yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm. But it's always his birthday. That's why it's so full of despair.
Ah.
After an immeasurable period of time, I remembered to do the Makoto voice and not the Monokuma voice. The doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was a white screen of despair.
Oh,
Whoa.
God.
I can't wait.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show!
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial!
Woo.
That's if you
Alright.
said it while falling down a well.
All right. Got lost in thought.
I don't think you've...
That's the time.
You haven't even had any opportunities for free time, I don't think, since
No,
the last time.
I got a little bit of free time.
Did you?
Yeah, I think it would just increase my SP though. I don't think I got a new skill.
Well, if you got anything that costs 3, you might as well equip it, but...
Vocabulary costs 4, and I don't have anything else other than
about
lost in thought, which is just more time.
I mean, it can't hurt. It can't help, but it can't hurt. Oh, shit. We've never done that before, so I'm glad we both thought to do it at the same time.
Will determine the result.
Yeah.
Figure out who done it, and I'll punish everyone besides the Blacken. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly
God, Chihiro was a fucking shrimp.
victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
What's up? What's up?
Yoko's standing right there.
Shut up to Toko!
That is the
the
most
most normal.
deadpan Toko voice we've ever heard.
Kyoto's
Kyoko's standing right there. You called her Kyoto.
That's a ghost.
Okay. I'm just not gonna fucking say anything.
She has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
That's something that the executives at MTV have never said. Hey!
That's the power of the Keyblade.
That's great.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's
Jesus
compare
Christ.
Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her.
I got it!
Kyoko's utter contempt for me.
Gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
I can't believe we're doing this right now.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse is Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but I'm just going to warn you right now. This thread of proving that the corpse wasn't Kyoko goes on way longer than you would expect.
I'm just checking the bullets. Exploded body analysis. Okay, that's nothing.
Yeah, what do you have?
Fake nails.
Tattoo on the right hand.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a ghost? Interesting. Toko is still so like...
She
Must
hates.
have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Do you know? Do you get it? I know that body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Oh, the thing disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She must have been.
God fucking damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't act like you need new batteries. I know that you don't. Come on. Fuck's sake. Are you fucking kidding me? This fucking piece of shit. Mm-hmm. What a fucking joke. God damn it. How does it eat batteries so fast?
I don't know. Alright, he's gonna do a stealth roll to go change the batteries. Whoa! Holy shit.
I just did 30 backflips.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. It's entirely possible. Shout out to this game for being like, well, we have to absolutely make 100% sure that you know that this living person and the corpse are different people.
For the love of God.
I guess I can't prove she's not a ghost. Is the
Tactical roll.
problem.
Tactical roll.
Tactical roll. I mean, I honestly was like, oh, they're gonna prove she's not a ghost, and then I would just throw something. Just throw something at Kyoko, and she's like, ow! Not a ghost.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
So, question.
This entire discussion.
How does the corpse having a tattoo prove that it wasn't wearing gloves?
Okay, so it's the...
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
It's the nails, then.
Okay, then prove it.
Because...
Not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
We could see them.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
But how do fake nails
She was wearing gloves before
prove that the corpse hadn't been wearing gloves before the explosion?
Been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion.
Someone tattooed the corpse. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking what's the thinking. His claim is that the body, that there were gloves on the body, the bomb went off, and the gloves got burnt up.
We saw the fake nails before the thing exploded.
Yeah.
Does that not...
No, I mean, yeah, you did. That's not the actual thing, but...
Oh, great.
I mean, it'll make sense. Nathan just sent me an inscription screenshot of
Is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I don't have to suck anything up, do I?
No, I mean, you have the right thing.
I have the right bullet, and...
That Kyoko there.
You just haven't made the same logical connection that the game has.
Well, great.
Okay.
It's fine. You can still shoot the bullet. You are right.
the dead body
You'll see
wasn't
what the...
wearing gloves.
No. You're not arguing
They got burnt up
with
in the
Hina. You're arguing with him.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
You'll see what I mean.
She must have been wearing gloves.
Oh, the white noise
Suck my
gotcha.
dick
The
and-
white noise.
Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Suck my dick and balls.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing
Blast through it.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I do like shooting the white noise that says, I'm a ghost. Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves. No, it's wrong.
No. There's no way the corpse was
I want to apologize. I think that I might have thrown you off because you had the right idea, and then I made it sound like I was telling you that you were wrong.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big...
I did have a passing thought that that's maybe what he thought,
That was-
but I
that
was
was
like,
what they
oh,
were
that's
doing.
fucking stupid.
No,
You can wear gloves over fake nails.
with like big long fake
Yes.
nails, can you?
I assume so. I don't know.
I would think that you can't, because I mean, when I wear gloves, the fingertip goes up to the end of the thing.
Self-conscious about their...
I would feel like if you had big fake nails and your nails were like getting pressed on by the tip of the gloves.
You don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If you have long fake nails and wear uke gloves, sound off in the comments.
That's off in the comment. I mean, the gloves would have to have extra long fingers, which would look fucking creepy as hell.
Kyoko, any thoughts?
I don't know. I'm Googling
Any
it.
thoughts about you possibly being dead?
Gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that.
This says you can but shouldn't wear gloves with long acrylic nails.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real...
Also, when I said that this drags on for way too long, that was supposed to be a joke, and because it ends immediately. But then I was interrupted by having to get batteries, and the joke didn't make any sense.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there.
What's up? A Sixth Sense situation. Oh shit, they're all dead the whole time, and they all can see all of them. What? I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it. I'm never gonna watch that movie.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Damn, Toko is doing alright.
She's
Then there's nothing else we can do,
Toko's, you know, she's coming out of her shell a little bit.
One
I
thing
think
that
she's really been encouraged by the amount that she hates Yasuhiro.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
It's made her like 5 times as talkative.
The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
I'm trying to figure out what the tattoo is refuting. Whether the face was scorched beyond recognition. No.
Well, yeah, the face was scorched beyond recognition.
So I am gonna have to... Okay,
When
so
Hina
it's
says we can't identify the body, is that
That's not
true?
true, no.
No, we can't identify the body.
was scorched beyond
Because
and there wasn't any description in the
Monokuma file number 5. Just kidding. Ooh. I was very nervous about that one. Even though the punishment for missing is like, you lose like 20 seconds.
Shoot!
Identify the body.
What? For real?
I'm gonna turn the fan up even more. It's fucking warm in here.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
Bro, you've been seeing a lot of those lately.
Yeah.
Stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Well, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Yeah.
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should be pretty clear.
I
got it.
The Fenrir mercenary.
Yeah, what does the chicken being gone have to do with any of this?
Group Mukuro Ifusaba belonged to.
Okay, so to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo.
Don't just say the chicken. That chicken has a name. 2 names even.
I'm sorry.
Which
Where-
are...
Clucky Finstore.
And...
The ultimate Clucky student.
No.
No. Tendo.
The image that represents Fenrir is...
Yeah, I should know that Tendo is not the ultimate Clucky student. Because Tendo's gone. Hangman! A+!
Jesus Christ. The developers are like, we gotta fit a Hangman's Gambit in somewhere.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf.
Let's see what this link
It's
is.
Loki's son! No, Sleipnir is Loki's son. I don't... Fucking Tendo.
Fucking Tendo.
It's good. It's a good game. Fucking Tendo.
You know what? It is a good game.
And a female giant.
Oh, okay. Sleipnir.
Fucking
Yeah,
Tendo.
Sleipnir is the horse that Odin rides. It has like 8 legs or something. Okay, so
then it's not
Fenrir,
a horse, it's a spider.
It's a horse with multiple legs.
Mm.
But, okay, so Fenrir is Loki's child. Alright, cool. Loki's got a lot of kids.
Time we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Then that means
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir, so it must have been Mukuro. What?
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Catherine Parkinson voice. Am I the spider?
Am I the spider?
I can be the spider if you want me to be the spider.
Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of
A defining feature of horses is the horse. So fucking true.
Dead? And now we have to have a cool last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
I agree with both of you somehow.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right? So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Hikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
I think Sleipnir might have more than 8 legs. I'm not sure, though.
To Google!
Guess how I know this shit? Tumblr posting about the Thor movies.
Ah. I tried to read the fucking Poetic Edda in college when I was like, I'm gonna be a smart boy in college.
Sleipnir has like a brief cameo in the first Thor movie, and there were a lot of jokes about that on Tumblr. And then, yeah, Fenrir is in Thor Ragnarok, if you're interested. Which makes sense.
I absolutely wasn't, but Sleipnir is an 8-legged horse ridden by Odin.
Oh yeah, Sleipnir from Final Fantasy also is there. It's all connected. It's all connected. I don't know when you were in college, but I got a modern version, and it's much easier to read than the version I tried back in the early 2000s.
Well, I guess I don't know, but there's the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda, if I'm not mistaken. The Poetic Edda was impenetrable. Maybe I don't know if you had the regular Edda, or maybe they just rewrote it as like just a very easy, like a Dr. Seuss Edda or something.
A Viking man in Sweden who lured you. You ever get lured?
You want to get lured?
You want to get lured?
Anyway.
She's been gone this whole time. When she finally turns up, she gets killed.
There's a scene where an important character
Who is the actor who says that line that we always reference?
Oh, Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
It's
from the... Is it Disclosure?
Yeah.
We Hate Movies?
Yeah, the Disclosure.
You want to get fucked!
Yeah.
As far as I know, they're the same. Poetic Edda being the modern interpretation of the original language, and the prose was more of a trimmed effort. Oh. TIL.
We're learning a lot today.
Wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the category of this stream from Danganronpa to, like, free study or whatever the fuck people do these days. Today I Lord.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after.
I hope they're not having an important discussion right now.
Nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Hey, fuck you.
Information was not wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong.
In the middle of a trial right now, figuring out who killed Mukuro.
I don't have that one!
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and...
I only have the ones that I created for you. I don't have Aniki though. I must have deleted that. Aniki!
But remember this.
Did I play it? Oh, God of War. Oh, that's what you meant by Dad of Boy.
I was also like, ooh, boy dad.
I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Yeah, God.
I was literally just thinking about my dad because he was a classics major, and the fact that I read the Poetic Edda was because he had said something or other about it.
I love the idea that your Twitch chat being like, yeah, you know, like
Thanks,
your dad.
Sam's dad. I literally didn't even think about it. I was just like, Dad. Yes, my dad. Moving on. I did play God of War. I didn't like it as much as a lot of people did. I thought it was pretty good. but I didn't finish it because I wasn't really hooked on it. I didn't care for the combat. I thought it was kind of boring. Everyone says it's so fun, but I didn't feel that about it.
I mean, maybe I was gonna say
I got
you
into
felt
Norse
that
mythology
way about...
from Age of Mythology, like a true gamester.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that way about what?
I thought did you feel that way about Yakuza 0 when you first played it? That you were like, bye.
No. When I first played Yakuza 0, the thing that I didn't like about it was I think I went into it.
Nice. Platinum gaming.
The only game I've ever platinumed was Spider-Man on the PS4. Fun fact. I went into Yakuza 0 having only seen like screenshots of people posting like all the like weird wacky stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I had seen Nugget, I had seen Kiryu being like I think I probably saw him like holding his pocket circuit car.
Uh-huh.
And I had heard a lot of talk about like, oh, darts and oh, you can go disco dancing.
Right, and then you were fighting and you're like, what is happening?
Well, I just, no, it wasn't really that. It was I played the game and I felt like, from what I had seen of it, I felt like I was supposed to really be doing a lot of the mini games. Mm-hmm. So I was disco dancing and I was like, I don't really like the disco dancing very much. I was playing baseball. I was playing whatever the fuck, bowling, and I was just like, I'm just kind of bored with all of this, and I didn't really focus on the main story too much. I think I got very frustrated on that first Kuze fight, so I was like, oh, let me take a break from the story and just do some of the side content, and then I just got kind of bored with the side content because I was doing it wrong. I've seen you fight Kuze. I've seen it. Mr. No healing items.
I also I tried to start playing it.
Kuze.
The first Kuze fight. Bad times.
Yeah. So, you were playing on hard. But then when I came back to it, I just fucking straight to the end for like 100 hours.
Kuze is very fun.
Oh man, great game. I haven't talked about it yet since it was between now and the last stream. I finished Judgment, and it's so fucking good. I think it might be above Yakuza 4 for me. It might be my new second favorite. It honestly, I think in a lot of ways, I think that there's so much about the writing that I would say is arguably better than Zero. A lot of it because like so much of the mystery feels as like big as it is, it also feels a little more grounded compared to Zero, where like so much of it is like expecting you to like buy into these ridiculous real estate ideas that I'm just like, huh? Although I think that the whole empty lot storyline makes more sense if you already know that that's going to be the Millennium Tower. Which I didn't know. I was just like, why would this matter so much? Right. But the combat didn't do it for me. I just don't like the Dragon Engine. I just don't like it. It's just not the same. I like the old style. It feels a lot more like arcadey. Like, it's just very precise and, ooh, it's good. But Judgment was fucking great. And I'm on Lost Judgment now, and we don't need to talk about that. The thing with the hidden speakers was deranged. A story written by people who don't live on Earth. So fucking weird. Can't believe they did that.
The voice of these 40-year-old men will definitely help this bullying problem. And then when
stay away from her.
And then when the
which one of us kids said that?
And then the victim of the bullying will know that you did it and will be grateful that you did it.
I was trying to talk
crazy.
Very vaguely around it because it's a new game.
Oh, true.
So let's just leave it at that, I guess.
Okay, I will. We have to uncover the
I've been beating the shit out of a lot of high schoolers. The thing is, I try to do the surrender ones where he just, like, pretends to hit them and then they get scared and pass out. But sometimes you just don't have enough EX gauge for it, and you have to just beat ass of high schooler.
Yeah.
You have to knock them out, you have to crush their face into the ground.
What an interesting game.
Some real choices were made. Anyway, moving on.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Okay.
Have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the
Cold
record.
coffee.
The
Cold
reason
coffee.
We're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken that point straight into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
What are we waiting for, Croy?
There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's
I don't
behind
think
it all
so.
along.
I don't think so. I've looked up his voice actor, and I feel like he's done very little that I know about, but I'll look it up.
Only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Monokuma being Ed?
Yeah. Let's see.
Seriously? Then one of us killed
He is not Double D. No, he's...
Oh, Ed.
Yeah, he is almost exclusively anime dubbing.
Anybody else I've heard of?
Let's see.
Well, Hero has a
He was in Bobo. His name is Brian Beacock. For some reason, in Bobobo, he was credited as Don A. Nordine,
Alright.
which is a completely different name. He's Krillin in one version of the Dragon Ball Super dub, apparently. I don't know what that means. Oh, he's Walker in Durarara. Oh! He is the dub voice for Shigechi in Diamond is Unbreakable.
That makes sense.
Josuke-kun!
Josuke!
Give me back my lottery ticket! He's Gyurugenshoop in One Punch Man.
I don't think we made it to him.
So take that as you will.
I will.
Yeah, I don't really know much of anything else he's done. Yeah. He's Byonko in Zatch Bell, but I don't remember Byonko. That must have been past where I got to in Zatch Bell. Let me look up Byonko. Oh, hey! It's Byonko, everyone!
That's a friend shape. Alright. That looks like, you know what? I look at that and I'm like, yeah, that's somebody named Bianco.
That's the opposite of Monokuma. Okay, we've been fucking around way too much. Let's keep this rolling.
One of us!
Did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
It's me!
Toko and Genocide Jack.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very
Any thoughts on that, Monokuma?
go anywhere alone.
He's fine.
We even went to the bathroom in pair. All of
He was
which-
dismantled, but he got better.
Four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Darn it! I can't let this stand.
That's not how you
Somehow
spell
I need
damn.
to clear my name.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that is how you spell damn it.
I have something I'd like
You know
to
what
say
I always hate
before
is when
we're
people
done.
spell it D-A-M-N-I-T with no space. That is the worst way to spell damn
Damnus.
it. I've seen people spell like that and it always makes me wish I was dead.
Oh.
Just kidding. It makes me wish they were dead.
Objection.
Just kidding.
Well,
The kerning.
Yeah, the kerning is what threw me off.
better idea of what time the
Yeah,
bomb
I
was
hate that
planted.
spelling.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Yakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, the Kerming.
So the murder must have happened
Kemming.
after 10 p.m.
The Kerming.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then.
Banned! Just kidding.
Oh, but what
The
time did
Kerming.
The worst kerning is the letter I.
Mm-hmm.
She went to go get the pickaxe.
Look at pickaxe. The pickaxe. So what time was the body discovered?
I got it!
I got it.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now that
It's probably 9 on the dot now.
He's right.
So we can be totally sure.
Sorry, I'll stop now.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit.
Brag
So
much?
I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock, but I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining room.
I don't know enough about kerning to have any idea what you're saying there.
Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m.
UGLY. You ain't got no alibi.
You ugly.
Yeah.
You ugly. Hey.
Yeah. So you've got the the capital I and the lowercase L because the serifs look different.
Gotcha.
But on sans serifs,
Yes.
you're
that I'm
fucked.
aware of. I just don't know what that has to do with kerning. You brought them up, so I do have to give a quick shout out to the pop duo of Daphne and Celeste, famous for their songs Ooh, Stick You and UGLY, and their album from a couple years ago, Daphne and Celeste Save the World, which fucking whips and slaps and rules. Check it out.
You must check it out.
Now. Okay. Welcome back.
Game has begun!
Then it looks like, and if you can't find an alibi in that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
After 7:30.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at
10
night
o'clock? 11 o'clock?
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an
They put
alibi
bugs
for most
in
of
him.
that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Me booting up my robot.
More than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
They put bugs in it.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I wasn't paying attention. Were there
Something
any...
that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. So the sprinklers at 7:30. The corpses almost totally try. In which case, I'm much able to figure out when the body must have appeared up in the garden.
Objection!
Established a time frame for the murder.
Monkey.
It took place somewhere
Thank you.
between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. I see.
Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay, so then what the fuck?
Well, no. The sprinklers don't contradict 7:30.
Established a time frame.
What do they contradict?
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Oh,
And 9 o'clock in the
Oh, ah!
And Makoto,
Yeah, from 7:30.
that's more than enough time. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
We've
You had the right
established a
idea,
time
though.
frame for the murder. It took place
somewhere between 10 o'clock at
night
It
Okay.
couldn't have happened at 10 o'clock at night because if it did,
you would have found the... Yeah.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later. And what
Makoto, your voice went up about 5 octaves.
sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
No, you're wrong!
How? down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Alright, well, that's going to do it for us tonight, everybody. Let me see if there's anyone else streaming for us to raid.
No, we can do it.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you better tell us why.
I need to prove it wasn't the mouth down south that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence. I've got it! Oh my god! It's Makoto with the metal chair!
Oh, okay. Fine.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no!
You got double reloads, too, now.
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! You don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! You don't know anything. How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on.
No, she's good. Shut up, Hina.
Was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Okay, so then that means that the body, like, if what we saw was real, Makoto saw someone
in the fever dream, you mean?
in the fever dream. Yeah, if that was in fact a real thing that he opened his eyes and saw, and it wasn't just a dream, then he saw the masked assailant with a knife over him, and then Kyoko is looking at him. But that would mean then I thought, oh well, the assailant was gonna kill him, but then the assailant ended up dead. But that's not what happened because of the sprinkler situation.
Alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Good for you!
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
U-G-L-Y. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi.
Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is ugly. No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you
Who
saying
fucking killed her then?
you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Not even Mukuro
The
Ikusaba?
mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
The faces are very funny.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you.
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason.
Stand up for yourself, Monokuma.
She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this.
So it's Byakuya.
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Solved.
You made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear
Well,
Kyuko's gotta be the culprit.
Kyoko was my only... So.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been...
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
I love those things.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest
It's
to
a
that.
tarp.
Only one side of the tarp
That's what
got
I was
dirty, because that's the
cheer
side
for
that got
the
covered in
record.
water.
Was it's a tarp.
The side that
Okay.
was down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Why wasn't there any
Why
blood
would
on the
they go
body?
to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most
You mean blood
likely
on the
to
tarp?
cloud the
Yeah.
issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer?
It's a tarp! I get it. Thank you.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I was air horning and cheering.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
dumb.
You were focused. I can't
In the
fault you
zone.
for that one.
I'm in the gaming zone.
No, I can't think about that right now. I have to think about that funny tarp joke. That tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
God, there's so few people here. Ugh.
Yeah.
What are
Alright,
we at,
it's gotta be the body
6?
before the explosion.
Cover the body with the tarp. The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No.
Nice try, you fucking idiot.
Actually, one side
Actually?
is pretty strange if you think about it.
Makoto.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinkler, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I got it! Chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
You know what we have here?
When I checked the
A
chicken
murder
coop
most
before the
foul.
murder-
Clucky Finster, aka Chicken Tenders! go.
Fucking Tendo.
You're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Goodbye, everybody.
That's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that? Awful.
All right.
What a way to go.
Blood from the scene, so they would
I'm glad that that's resonating. Fuck.
Anyway,
What a way to go.
What a way to go.
a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said
Ooh,
the
Thomas
police
Sefton.
walked to avoid the water
Yeah.
and then covered the body in blood, right?
What? A way to go.
If that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground
Clubbed is in there,
completely
of course.
clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the
Fuck, I need to... Oh, hold on. Before we advance this, I need to make a little note in my to-do list. Funny response on Fate of Clubbed by Robert Witterell. If anyone gets clubbed by the captain, that's we gotta play some fucking fanfare or something.
They covered it beforehand?
I mean, the odds of that fate are so small. There's so many possible
Is
fates.
it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, it was draped on top.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time figuring. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body.
Hey,
The
congrats!
coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was
God, sorry, don't advance it because my mind is swimming with possibilities. I'm imagining if you get a fate that is eaten by someone, what if it plays the Beautiful Joe? Mmm, yummy! If you get clubbed, it plays a little like. Oh God. Alright, making another note. Eaten. Beautiful Joe. Yummy. Clubbed. Sandstorm. Stupid.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime
I would
after
watch a
the
Beautiful Joe
sprinklers
stream.
went off.
I'd love to see someone get past where I got, which is the underwater level, where I got stuck forever. No matter how many times I came back to that, at how many points in my childhood, it just could not do it. Never figured out how to progress through that level.
If that's actually what took place.
Oh, right, the
it
mystery.
certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that.
Dante from the Devil May Cry series?
Huh? They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina,
I don't remember what HMD is.
Makoto in the dining hall. Did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show
remember.
up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not.
Damn it,
Now they're
Kyoko.
saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? HMD is shown in the soundtrack booklet as his master's dance. Okay. I don't understand. Nice. Nice. Kyoko's trying to get you killed.
Back to square one.
Trying to get you killed and therefore get us all killed.
Good, so once again,
Well,
our
Makoto might have
suspects
done
are
it.
him
I don't know.
and Kyoko.
True. Maybe you did it.
Serious, man.
You know that fever rage? Fever strength is what I meant to say.
Why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Hell yeah.
See?
Hina.
Pretty good idea, right?
No, not
No.
that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that
Shut
knife
up,
we found
Yakuya.
all black and burnt?
It's one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma
Human
file,
man
the
Daniel.
knife went all the way through, from front to back. So,
Yikes.
what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with
Yeah,
it?
yeah, we know. It's,
Can't
they
let
gave,
Toko
they
keep
gave
it.
to they gave it to
I don't want it.
yeah.
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Seems like your brain is functioning just fine.
Gave to Makoto?
You came up with Human Man Daniel,
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
the signifier of success.
Why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Okay. I couldn't be sure of what had actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it.
You know what? It's pretty rare that what just happened happens, which is that without the camera cutting at all, Yasuhiro's sprite changed, and we actually watched it change.
Ah.
That was I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. I feel like it doesn't usually do that.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Jesus, Toko, tell us how you really feel. Yeah, what do you got? Fragments near the dead body.
Blood established the cut was put on the body after the type was removed. The knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it?
What are your truth bullets?
I was afraid of that.
Exploded body analysis, which was just about
Dead.
the top part being wet.
Disguised fragments. Yeah, let's look at them.
Just because
Let's
I
look at
had
them
the
truth
knife
bullets
once?
in the menu.
Alright. Exploded body analysis. The explosion burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. Upper half remained on fire.
Yeah, I don't think
Bottom
that
half
tells us
remained dry.
anything.
Okay. The
Fragment.
fragments noted the bomb, which were removed from Monokuma and the gym had disappeared. Oh, it doesn't have anything to do with anything.
No,
with
I
the
don't
moment.
think so.
the
last
and then
one. I am not going
disguise-
to say how much more of the game there is.
the disguised dead body. Later, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket appears to have been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it. Okay.
That automatically makes me the killer?
Okay, so I need to...
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Yeah, because the knife...
Oh, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukura. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, If she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, she was already dead at that point. Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once
Oh
to
shit,
cover
another one.
Twice the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible.
The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see.
He did before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time through the knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Yeah. I forgot about somebody hitting them over the head with a pipe.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Then the knife was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to be the same thing.
Bye, Toko.
Bye, Toko.
Bye, Toko.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle cause an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Hell
Shut
yeah,
up.
dude.
Shout out to the book about, like, conspiracies and stuff that I read in high school. And my mom remembers this conversation happening, like, in the car, where me and my friend were talking about spontaneous combustion. And I freaked her I freaked out my friend because I told her about this case of spontaneous combustion I had just read about. And she's like, so I could just blow up at any time. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And so
I will say, you know, I was a child with anxiety. Spontaneous combustion is one of those that I remembered, like, hearing about, but it was so far-fetched that I was just like, come on. Obviously, my house is gonna collapse in the middle of the night and crush me to death. I'm gonna get kidnapped. I'm gonna drown in quicksand. I'm gonna get eaten by an alligator at school. But I'm not gonna spontaneously combust.
yeah. Well, that's good. You had a line.
Or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
A bomb.
Well, I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. Yeah, okay, it's just the bomb.
This is a very unnecessary point. Like, obviously it fucking exploded because there was a bomb on it. Why are we even talking about this?
Fragment of something on the ground.
Even if we didn't find a piece of evidence that showed that there was a bomb.
The explosion.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
We?
Part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. The only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
Hey, if someone has not played it and is throwing out theories, I'm not gonna say anything either way.
Right, it's interesting, no comment.
Right, because the last thing I'm gonna do is be like, no, don't say that!
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves...
So,
Shall we continue the debate?
maybe I just missed it.
The victim's fatal injury has yet
Missed what?
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
I'll just say, this is, you have to suck one up on this one.
And it wasn't
And
Oh,
shoot it at
thank
victim's
you.
fatal injury. I'll just save you the time.
there's only one other.
You have to shoot them because your truth bullets are
They represent you pointing out contradictions using evidence.
Then shall we continue the debate?
So yeah,
The victim's fatal injury.
he's gonna. You have to shoot that with whatever the thing is, or maybe the other way around. But I would try shooting it with the injury.
Well, yeah, she was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Monokuma file? That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was... We don't...
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
okay. I see.
Yeah, some of the phrasing of ones like that don't really make sense. Like,
The girl died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
I think they would need to make it a little clearer by having someone say like, "There's no way to tell what killed her," and then Makoto would go, "No, that's wrong." But when they just say like, "The victim's fatal injury," and he's like, "No." What?
Right.
No.
I mean, I guess if the whole thing should have been orange because the
It has
fatal
yet to
injury
be,
has yet
but
to
it
be determined.
it has yet to be determined.
Right, it has been
So that is
determined.
true. No, it hasn't been determined.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's fine. It's not a big deal, but the phrasing could be a little clearer.
What was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
Oh my god.
Brain of yours. Throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Jesus, Toko.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
That's the funniest way you could respond to that. I'll say it.
You want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know?
Alright, calm down.
On you, Master.
Stop drooling.
Simmer down.
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon! She was killed by Byakuya's account! He's just so fucking boring.
About as thick as a metal pipe? 10 arrows? Oh,
Hey!
just bunched up. Hit.
This one fucking trips everybody up. Way to go. I got stuck on this one for so long.
Oh, they were taped together.
The titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Thank you.
Cobra attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right! I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
No, that's wrong!
You sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
Of course, just that titanium arrow wouldn't nearly be thick enough, which is why they used.
The titanium era.
It was in the dojo.
I have no doubt.
I can't hear the word titanium without thinking of Kumquats Up from the F Plus Body Modifications episode. Titanium teeth! What do you want to do, titanium teeth?
It seems like an
Titanium teeth!
I mean, that's not wrong, it's just she doesn't know that they were taped together.
You're right. Just the
No, that's wrong! You're right! Oh,
why the
what?
killer used another weapon.
Several arrows!
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
You can kill someone with that easy!
Probably use this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Go off,
One
Toko.
stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation. How is it harsh? You even
That explains the murder weapon. As for who the
Their fucking banter is really something.
dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have
Right!
proof
It's,
for
I'm glad you're enjoying Toko, because Genocide Jack hasn't even come out at all during this case. I mean, during the beginning when Genocide Jack found the body and then it exploded, but I'm glad Toko got to have some fun during the trial and not just be Genocide Jack.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show
I
everyone.
narrate about it for 10 minutes every trial!
The dojo.
Fuck.
The one thing
got
that
it.
proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that...
That looks traditional as hell.
I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her.
I mean, you kind of
It's
do,
just,
but...
there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? And what were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone? For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
It's the best part of any trial, which is when
When Byakuya goes,
I don't know something?
Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean?
He did have the key to her room.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Hold on. Let me just check when the body was found as a bullet. 7 a.m., morning announcement. Makoto and Hina get to the dining hall. Makoto meets the others in the gym. Headmaster's room. Body is found at 9 a.m. Okay. I think I might have to suck something up.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
I totally would.
You aren't the
I definitely would.
Is that what you're saying?
Not that I am right now,
You
but
stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do, is go in excruciating dialogue detail in circles blaming each other. That's what I do when I play Among Us.
I'm not the killer.
I'm trying to think what
You should
disproves
understand
that.
more than anyone here.
What bullet would...
What are you hiding?
Well, you only have the one bullet. Or do you mean which thing that you can suck up?
Yeah.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
It's a very silly bullet to suck up, but
Is that the right bullet?
yeah.
Okay.
Said I hid the evidence of my
I like the idea that he's like,
and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
But could I really have done that?
Was that right or no?
well, you hit a white noise.
I know.
I'm pretty sure that's the right combination.
Okay.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand.
That's what I meant.
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
I do like the idea, though, that that's your truth bullet, where he's like, and then you put the key in your room, and Makoto's just like, no, and here's my evidence. Evidence. Ah,
Fuck you!
you gotta get that white noise before it.
Could I really
Yeah.
have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
You should understand that.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something from me.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that
My evidence is evidence.
Stated a theory earlier. You said I
Don't forget to
hid
get
the
that white
evidence of my
noise.
crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room.
I prefer your say. Oh, that's not it. Wait, what is it then?
just spoke?
Exactly what I said.
It must be the other way around then. Shoot,
You should understand.
there's proof with
That you is that
in my own room.
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence of my crime. And
I guess okay.
key in my own room, correct? But
No.
Really have done
This is dying. Okay, the
The
timer,
timer is how long you have. The hearts is if you make mistakes, you lose health. The stars is your ability to slow it down.
you should understand that more than
It's like the focus gauge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess I understand the logic of shooting it the other way around, is he's like, you're telling me there's proof, as if to say, I don't think there's proof. And then you say, yes, there is,
said I hid
and here's what it is.
crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Okay, I wasn't sure if you'd be able to get it through the white noise, so that was very...
those words
Okay, now make sure there's no white noise on
I'm not. the
there's
killer.
proof.
You should understand that more than
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay. Again, this is one of those phrasings that doesn't make sense. There's proof? No. Yes, there is.
Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
Don't have that one, I'm sorry.
That's what you meant. And if I had
No, that's wrong.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
Then you're finally starting
I
to
just do it.
understand.
No,
That's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
For me, and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know, Go? What am I supposed to do, Go? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap.
Spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger. If that risk means solving the mystery, got no choice.
What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden.
Do you know what the lie was?
Let me check on the bullet.
And the reason is because I'm the ultimate lucky student, and if I say it, it's probably true.
Because I know she didn't have the key to her room. She used... Oh, yeah, she has... Yeah.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
She gave her key to Byakuya.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but she had the key.
So I couldn't
Possibly have gotten into my room.
Oh, well.
Oh.
How else could the key have...
someone other than me
Must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Kyoko...
because I'd given it to Byakuya.
That backfired.
So I couldn't
Possibly have gotten into...
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room.
God, my
It lets you get into
back
any
hurts so
room
bad
in the
today.
school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap. And I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really didn't...
I'm always posturing. I'm performative. I'm cringe.
Hey, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late. So the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time.
There's never been a time limit. There's time limits on individual rounds of gameplay, but there's never been a time limit on the actual trial. Just in the video game mechanics.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is a story moment, not a gameplay moment.
Is that right? This doesn't seem right. So we're all dead.
Good job. You got it right. Brilliantly right.
We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
What the fuck?
This is how all the executions look. Bad.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. I remember this from the opening.
Oh, yeah. And what a lesson it'll be. Oh, God. Oh, God.
And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others.
What?
Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had.
Okay.
Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
You got the bad end. But it's okay. Because now you're just going back.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's...
I have 2 fun facts for you. Number 1 is that, do you remember when Hiro...
There were 3 kids. There was a mini child standing next to her, and then a hero baby and a fucking Makoto baby. I'm so sorry, Hina. That was the bad ending.
Do you remember when Hiro said, I have a prediction for
Oh,
you.
that our mother... Oh, no!
Our kids are gonna have the same mother.
No! Oh, God.
Here's another fun fact for you. The director of the game has been asked, in the bad end, how did Toko die? The creator said, I don't know, she probably exploded or something.
Oh my God. So
It's
I have
okay.
to lie for her.
It's okay. That ending is not canon. I got that ending too.
Okay.
That's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not?
So,
We already saw
we know
this.
the danger. So, if I expose that lie, then...
Hit me like a cannon. I will say, before you advance the text, I will say, about that branch point, I
didn't realize that was a possibility.
I wish that they set it up a little better,
Uh-huh.
where it was clearer what you were doing. Because I remember when I played it, and it shows that like you can't be afraid to move forward thing. And what I interpreted that line as was
call
like,
out to find the truth.
I can't get hung up because I'm afraid of what will happen if I pursue the lie. Like, I can't be afraid of I mean, what I realize now is that it's weirdly phrased, because I think that the real question is, do you trust Kyoko?
Yeah.
And it's weird that it doesn't frame it like that.
Yeah, it frames it, and instead of framing it as, like, avoiding, going for the risk in order to move forward, it should frame it, instead of catching her out in a lie to find the truth, as, do you trust that she didn't kill anybody?
Right. I guess the issue is that
because even with everything, I think I do trust that she didn't kill her.
I guess the issue is that what it's going for is you have to move forward instead of being afraid to trust Kyoko and being afraid to let the trial go on when it feels like you have evidence that points toward one particular thing. As the other thing that I interpreted it as was being afraid that Kyoko is like baiting you into falling for a trap or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I got really tripped up by the language.
Yeah, I can see why they make that such a thing of like, now hold on, what's going on? And then they show you the fucking picture.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because it's fine that you get tripped up, because it just leads you to a ridiculous bad end. Mm-hmm. In fact, you want people to get the bad end. When I've watched people play this and they make the correct choice in the first place, I'm just like,
aw, they don't get to see.
Now they don't know about that.
They don't know about how Hina has a baby that looks like every single boy in the class.
So yeah, I think I'm... While I wish the choice was a bit clearer what it was asking for, I'm glad that I got tripped up by it and got the bad end, because it's a very funny, fucked up end.
Yeah.
Although I could have done without seeing the look on Kyoko's face as she spends 45 minutes being dragged backwards to the crusher.
Yeah.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few bones and skulls of innocent high school students. And that's what I say, bagok to.
I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion?
Yeah, like when I played the game, if Kyoko had just said like, Makoto, do you trust me? I would have said like, oh yeah, of course. And then
you would have known to.
Yeah.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
I thought my phone was.
Oh, you're like, anyone else? I thought you were doing Makoto being like, huh? Who? Me?
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial.
It's pink!
it's Cosmo and Wanda.
They ain't slick.
Didn't even know existed. Suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
You did it!
That's my first one I got all A's. 1040. File my taxes. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, who will be chosen as the placard?
I have much bigger objections with Monokuma than his Audi, but you know.
Hey, hold on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh boy.
Oh, it was you. Why did you do that? The fuck is your problem? You killed somebody.
What? You think I'm the killer?
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Good job, everyone.
Good job.
Yeah, they got it right.
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Now I'm confused. I'm fucking dead.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah, I remember this from the...
God, the zoom in on the eye is pretty horrible.
I had an epiphany because I thought, oh fuck, did they vote for me so that I could get out and they all die?
Oh. Is that what this looks like it's about to be?
No.
Oh,
It doesn't
God,
look like
the
that,
lesson
but-
on the board.
Is, yeah, birds and the bee, the sperm.
The sperm and the eggs.
What
yeah.
the fuck? I know! That's right!
Before we
Okay,
advance,
we gotta unpack all
no,
this.
but I mean, well, yeah, but I do want to say about it being the same punishment. So there is a reason for that, which is that going into most of the trials, Monokuma knows exactly who did it and has prepared a particular punishment in case they get caught. Monokuma was, in this case, prepared to give that punishment to whoever they vote on.
Yeah.
Because Monokuma was clearly happy to just be like, oh, yep, okay, yep, you voted correctly. All right, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why it's a very general, themeless punishment, because he would have used it on whoever got voted.
Right. To be fair, though, Makoto is a very average high school student. I guess lucky could be like he's tied to like a wheel of death and they throw knives at him or something. I don't know.
Oh, God. Poor Makoto.
Poor Makoto.
Anyway.
Oh, boy. Alter Ego said,
I'm hiding in the pipes.
I'm hiding near the
I'm
spindle.
hiding near the spindle.
I am alter ego.
What's this? What's going on?
Hey, was that?
Yeah, it had to be.
Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid girl? She must have planted it when she invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What was that?
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. That stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto.
Put bugs in him.
Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. I can't do that many whoos.
Is he gone?
Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other
Huh.
words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Now we cut live to Makoto.
The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students
This is the beginning.
was me.
There's some very questionable gender stuff with that whole storyline. We talked about it at length when we did that trial, but we don't need to get into it now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of discourse around it. I prefer to just say she, but yeah. There's a very gross.
That's okay.
plot
These
point.
VODs are like 4 hours. Like we stream for 4 hours. It's a longer game, but yeah, I think the trial 2 is where.
Feel free to Google Chihiro trans, and you'll find millions and millions of words on the subject.
Lots of
But all you need to know is that we are right, and the way that we talk about it is correct.
Is it darker when we interpret it the way we won't? Okay, we won't.
Our interpretation is that chapter didn't happen, and everything is wrong, and the game lied, and it was a joke, and it was wrong.
That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's a heavy discourse topic.
There's no good way to talk about it. There's no good way to interpret it, I would say.
Yeah, we do she.
In our opinion, Chihiro is a trans girl who wanted to get ripped and shredded in the gym.
She's fine also. And got
so ripped that she teleported outside of the school, and now she's living her best life. But she left us a computer in her place.
A helpful alter ego computer.
To help save us all.
Yeah, because Chihiro was the ultimate programmer.
Yes.
And we managed to...
And Chihiro's fine.
And we managed to get alter ego to look through the files, and also we used a special Ethernet cable.
And if you're wondering why Mondo is gone, it's because he turned into butter on his own. Mondo never killed anyone.
John be the genie.
Anyway. Yeah, we've talked about that plenty. So,
All right,
yeah.
now we're gonna figure out what the fuck is going on.
I should clean up this drool sometime. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah! Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare.
I don't remember if there's a chapter break here, but if there isn't, we're going to stop pretty soon. Do you recognize anything here?
I think that's the top of the spaceship.
From when?
From the very, very, opening,
The opening
execution
cutscene.
in the game.
Yeah.
No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I had messed myself. In a vast dark cavern, with the barest hint of light seeping in, trash was piled high all across the area. Did Sin do this? Did Sephiroth do this? This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in, I dare say.
Shut up, Makoto.
What a way to go! But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gee, oh, my. Oh, man, oh, God, oh, man, oh, geez, oh, man, oh, God. Alter Ego saved me, and she used up the last little bit of her strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself, and for my friend! And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there.
I think we can save it here.
Aww.
Unless you want to go a little longer.
I'm gonna go a little longer.
All right. Row.
It's locked.
Row.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
A 12. I feel like I press the banana button a lot of the time just because I need to press the banana button. That's so true. I don't know if I've daily mooted. Let me get my
Hit
daily
that
mood
mood.
going.
Schmood.
It's a secondary booty hole under the main booty hole. Content? Okay.
That is how it feels.
No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge because of my weak little body. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. This is great. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless.
Makoto, haven't you seen whatever that fucking Survival Man show was? Just give yourself a trash water enema.
Was that... I don't think that
It was Bear Grylls.
Oh, then it was... Okay, Man
vs. Wild.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to have to give myself an enema.
Well, first you gotta drink your own piss. So...
I've read it online. Tip for everyone who gets trapped out in the wilderness. Drinking your own piss doesn't help. It gets you dehydrated faster.
Yeah,
Don't
Les Stroud
drink
is
your
Survivor
own
Man.
piss.
Les Stroud is Survivor Man. He's up out there on a mountain. He's got 5 cameras. He's carrying around his own shit. It's ridiculous.
I haven't seen either of them. I just remember when that was the conversation of the time when everyone was like, that guy on that survival show gave himself a bird shit water enema. And I was like,
Ugh.
great.
Yeah. Survivor Man is pretty
okay.
good.
All right. I haven't seen either of them, so I accept the Survivor Man defense as I wouldn't know.
But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. And as long as I'm alive, I'll never give up.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
After making that proud declaration to nobody, the next thing I decided to do was
Find a Keyblade.
go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted and smelled really bad. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is the truth of Lestro.
Oh, you know what? Here's what I was going to say, is that it's very funny that he gets here and the first thing he thinks is, I gotta find some food and water, when he hasn't actually been here that long as far as we know. Come to think of it, he went to sleep without dinner because he was feeling sick. He woke up in the morning and they went straight to the gym and then everything. He hasn't eaten since, like, breakfast yesterday, so fair enough. Fair enough, Makoto. I think I already read this one, so let's just keep
Meanwhile,
going.
Piss Boy was filming survival advice visibly from a highway. It is very good sense. It's true. That is very true.
That's very funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's also very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think I read this, so
I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep.
Schmood.
It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly.
Crunch?
What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake.
Crunch?
As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
We did have to get a new Pokedex.
Ichiban.
A giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Nice hat.
Kyoko, nice hat.
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
So,
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
The little... What are those little star-shaped things? I can never remember. Is it like a... I think it's like an imitation crab swirl or something, maybe? It has a name, and I feel like the name sounds like Naruto.
Yeah, it's Uzuma.
Or is it called an Uzumaki? Naruto Maki. Right.
Uh-huh.
It is cured fish. Each cloud-shaped slice of Naruto has a pink or red spiral pattern, which is meant to resemble the Naruto whirlpools in the Naruto Strait between Awaji Island and Naruto, Tokushima Prefecture on Shikoku Island in Japan. The word is also used as a slang term for the @ sign, represented by the emoji of it. What is it? What's it made of? Okay, so it is one of those things that's just like, just a bunch of various fish pastes processed into a weird thing. Oh, yeah, the Naruto Whirlpool. There you go.
They made Naruto real?
They did. I'll say it. I would have liked if he'd been like, you got something in your hair. And then he died.
Hey, can I eat that cup noodle? Frankly, it's kind of fucked up that someone up there apparently has been eating a cup of noodles while I'm down here.
Anyway. Naruto Maki, yes. I did say Whirlpool. Anyway.
That's basically the fight that happened between Aquaman and Prince King Orm.
Oh, Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I thought you said Akume, and I was like, who the
Akume.
fuck is that?
Whirlpool.
Whirlpool.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it.
My favorite!
We can
bread
talk once
and
you're
water!
finished.
Just imagine, you know, it would have been fucking hilarious if at the very beginning of the game, if Makoto had been like, I'm a pretty average kind of guy. As for my hobbies, I pretty much just watch TV and movies. My tastes, pretty much whatever's popular at the moment. And my favorite foods are bread and water. Makoto's just like, my favorite! Thank you, Kyoko! I was gonna say Makoto, that's me. I snatched my favorite, bread and water, that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. We talked about this when we were listening to the very good Harry Potter reread podcast for lapsed fans of The Shrieking Shack, where they talk about the scene in Deathly Hallows where Harry, Hermione, and Ron are, like, starving, and Aberforth Dumbledore gives them, like, bread, cheese, and mead.
Yeah.
And how at least I remember feeling like, when I read that as a kid, or I was a teenager at the time, but that is still a kid, just reading that, be like, fuck, that sounds so fucking good.
That's a red wall-ass meal.
Yeah, just like a nice, crusty hunk of bread, just a big piece of cheese, and then some meat, whatever that is. Just reading that as a kid and being like, oh, I want that in an apple.
You know what meat is now?
I believe it's an alcohol made of fermented honey.
Yeah. So go back in time and tell your childhood self that, and then he'll know.
I don't know if I was straight edge as a kid. I mean, I didn't drink meat as a child.
Right.
I'll tell you that for free. But I don't know if I knew. And you know what's even weirder?
Makoto is a little bit of a speedwagon.
You know what's even weirder? The fact that was what J.K. Rowling wrote.
Yeah.
That Aberforth Dumbledore was like, all right, some 17-year-olds are here. They're starving. Time to give them
a red wall
better
meal.
give them a big flagon of mead to go with their bread and cheese.
I don't. That whole book is fucking weird, as we've established. You should listen to the Shrieking Shack.
Shrieking Shack is so good. Such a fucking good podcast.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Anyway.
Maybe they'll come back someday and
someday do
talk about Cursed Child.
So you still haven't given up.
If you here's my official shout out. If you are like me and you have gotten very fatigued with hearing about Harry Potter and how wonderful it is and how it shaped your politics, if you think that J.K. Rowling can go fuck herself, boy, great podcast where they re-examine those books and say, were they actually good? And the answer is, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Of course not! I forgot what the question was. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Oh, because she said you haven't given up yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Hey, do you have that key?
But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone.
No offense to the writers of this moment, but why would Makoto say that? Kyoko, why did you save me?
Monkey.
Like, what do you mean, why did you rescue me?
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're friends. And that's the power of the Keyblade.
She felt bad that she had thrown me under the
Atone?
I mean, even if she didn't, like, why would they just leave Makoto to die?
Yeah.
Anyway.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
We did not find out who done it. We just know that the whole thing was a trap by the mastermind, is all we know.
I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same
I
for
know
you.
who done it, because I played it before.
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but...
Oh, it's nice to have someone else talking.
There's a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive? Please talk about it at length.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
To do?
I wish.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
I'm not even going to read that out loud.
That's right.
Pointless.
At
Pointless
least
feature.
I did. Once.
I had to survive so I could alive.
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
I'm just, you forgot, but I want to say that in Solid Snake voice, if I may. This will be great on, my already tired throat. I had to survive so I could alive.
Snake! Snake! I had no memory of what my purpose was.
Amazing. Mission complete. I don't know if I know the Colonel's voice very well. I haven't really played...
God damn it, Snake!
Isn't he the one who's like,
know.
Snake, you're going to have to kill somebody. I don't know. I have to stay alive and write this report before I, die. That was a little too hard.
Amnesia.
Do you remember when David Hayter did a cameo for our friends Eddie and Brooks?
Yes.
And said, I heard that you're doing a Metal Gear lore podcast. Well, just make sure to keep it semper funny.
He did say semper funny.
Yeah, I don't know these fucking voices. I know. I can't do Raiden, but I do remember Raiden, which is that it's like, I said that my sword was a tool of justice. Oh. Get those fuckers out of here.
Goodbye, bot spam.
Double duty. Double kill.
I'm crying out for bot spam.
Oh, that's right. You are a moderator. What am I doing it myself? What the fuck? Anyway.
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
Did that work? I don't know if that worked.
I think it worked.
There you go. Have fun. I'm just giving it out.
You're just...
I'm just giving it out.
You're just giving the milk for free.
Why buy me?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I
Well, that's
fainted
good.
too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A
When I
disconnect.
woke up, where I come from.
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you?
Yoink! And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind.
It appears that the mastermind has snatched my wig, which is why I have to get it back.
Which is why I have to get it back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by
I'm gonna
myself.
look up when this
Which is
chapter
why I
ends.
asked you to help me.
But why me?
Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but...
I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an average, ordinary kid like you or me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. Our goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Okay. We are almost at the end of this chapter.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it just keeps going into more game or not, but yeah, this is almost the end.
Gah! It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Well, I mean, this isn't the end of the game, clearly. So, yeah, I just wasn't sure if they split this into another chapter here, or if it just keeps going until undisclosed point that I'm not going to say. Yeah, I know I never asked you for help the right way. Roll credits.
I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality.
Okay, can we get out of here?
You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to... I almost actually read that as really sarcastic. So how'd that turn out?
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
Your purpose and your ability?
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
Could it have been more obvious from the start?
Yeah.
Kyoko Kirigiri, kid detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school.
You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad.
That's why she was acting like that when she thought about the headmaster.
Is Hope's Peak's headmaster?
Her
I have
sprite
to
was
find the
very pissed
headmaster. I have to get his blessing to marry his daughter. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how she thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
I
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
What?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
Not how that works. I do like the idea, though, that you'd be able to use that command to kill another user.
It is also very funny, the idea of trying to kill another user and then you get spiked by a bee. Ha! This'll get him. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense, apparently.
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I'd felt based on what I'd seen when I'd snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
Drunk dumped on the floor.
This is some kind of map?
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Muruko's profile and that key. Mukuro. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, so that room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check. And that was when I finally remembered.
I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now.
I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
however,
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
Hate the reaction feature.
It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Since they convicted Makoto, does that mean the others shouldn't have died per the rules?
So, because
according to what Monokuma said, they did correctly find the Blackened, so now everyone else gets to live. Oh. No, I see what you're saying. So, the Mastermind is lying. The Mastermind is cheating right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are still in the game.
They're
The
still-
mastermind cheated to try and get Makoto, or basically to get Kyoko killed.
Yeah, so that was, if you remember when Kyoko said to Byakuya, like, we're the ones who have ensnared the Mastermind. That's Kyoko saying, like, we've got the Mastermind on the back foot. The Mastermind is cheating right now. Mm-hmm. Like,
Because
the Mastermind doesn't want to have to cheat. Why did Makoto get dumped? Makoto got dumped because the alter ego AI was still hiding in the computer system somewhere and hacked the machine and stopped it from crushing Makoto and instead dumped him into the trash. Yeah.
I wonder if Kyoko was gonna bet on that happening. Probably not.
No, I don't think Kyoko was expecting the Mastermind to just be like, all right, time's up, because that had never happened before.
Yeah.
I think Kyoko thought that the trial would continue for however long it took to prove what was happening. But, yeah. Hiding in a folder marked not porn.
And they weren't deleted. That's fantastic. Good job, alter ego. Very smart. That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
Actually, if you wanna leave a file somewhere on a computer that nobody's ever gonna find it, you put it in like. Let's go to my files. We're gonna go documents. We're gonna go like my websites. Like, what the fuck even is that? This is just like a default Windows thing where we've got iistart.htm. Like, what the fuck even is this? Just chuck alter ego in here. Nobody's ever gonna look in this folder. This folder is nothing.
Yeah.
You put it in a folder, change the folder to Fortnite.exe, and change it to the Fortnite icon.
I mean, yeah, just fucking throw it in a game file. Who's gonna look in there?
Sports Interactive.
Oh, 'cause-
Football Manager, when I thought that I might play that. I got overwhelmed by the UI of that game after like 15 minutes, and I didn't even get to a game of...
This is great. I'm so glad we're going through the files, because then that way I'm like, I know what's in there.
Warm Lamp Games. Oh, yeah. This is the thing, is like you download a game on Steam, and it creates a folder in your documents for some reason, and even if you uninstall the game, there's just still a folder. Like, Beholder was a game that I played for like maybe an hour, and I have this whole fucking file of save data that is just on. I mean, I might as well fucking delete this, but I'm not going to. But I might as well. Use TrueCrypt to make a hidden volume with a hardware token. Ah. But then you have to decrypt Alter Ego.
The thing about Alter Ego is that we learned what kind of AI she was. And
A friendly one. A helpful one.
It's a helpful one. And then I think somebody, I can't remember who it was, that was like, oh, maybe do machine learning. Chihiro, you fuck. I don't know. I don't know enough about anything. Do enjoy waffles.
Alter Ego. That's what I call grocery store brand waffles.
Alter Ego.
You mean because of the school regulations?
Ultimate
2
Griddle
bread
sounds
buns and a
delicious.
bottle of water. Rolls.
With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
Oh, thank you.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have become the victim?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean
Yes, that is what she means.
during the night? Why don't I lock my fucking door?
I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the God of Death.
Okay, Kyoko. Alright.
I can hear the God of Death as he moves.
Okay.
That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Alright, well, I should really get going, Kyoko.
Which is exactly
It was nice meeting
what
you,
happened
though.
with you.
That's okay. No, I'm not... That's fine. I'm gonna get...
I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread.
Uh-huh.
I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor.
Guys!
I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. You should absolutely lock your fucking door, man.
correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end
She's
of
got the
things, of
Shinigami
course.
eyes.
I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room.
I'm just gonna choose to believe that Kyoko is being poetic and not genuinely saying...
I mean, it is her ultimate ability that she is very good at detective work, but I don't think it's because she can feel the God of Death.
I don't think so.
It all has to be the work of the mastermind.
She's
in an
just being
attempt
extra right now.
to use the class trial to eliminate me.
Sandwich, no!
Oh shit, wrong one.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
I don't have conclusive evidence, but
I'm sorry.
that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So what does it all mean?
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
Is Monokuma's body opening up to reveal an even smaller Monokuma inside the whole time?
A Monotroshka doll.
Ooh.
I don't know if I said that right at all.
It sounded right. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event.
You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Inside the smaller Monokuma, the tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that.
A Tamagotchi?
A digital friend!
I would love that.
They're the ultimate despair?
That despicable group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no
It's
mistake.
because you forgot to feed them.
They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
Any idea what that fucking name means? 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie?
No.
Me either.
Oh, okay.
No idea what it means. Yay! You received the Dream Island rocket present. Alright. That's it for tonight. Thoughts?
I mean, I don't know how I could possibly have any, because... Oh yeah, of course. I like doing a catch-up, because it's, you know, it's a mystery game, and it's... If you don't know... If you're just coming in in the middle of the mystery, you should know the context.
I love to have people here engaging with the content and enjoying the story of the game. By the way, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Danganronpa 2 is 500 million times better. I'm so fucking excited to get to that. It's such a better game in pretty much every fucking way. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Yeah, we're both wearing green shirts. Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna post this on St. Patrick's Day and no one's gonna know. Oh, of course we're gonna do 2.
Yeah.
I'm not letting her not play 2.
Yeah.
Stopping at Danganronpa 1 is a disastrous choice for a person to make in life. Mm-hmm. 2 is so fucking good. There are, as of right now, 3 games. There's Danganronpa 1 and 2. There's Danganronpa 3 is an anime. There's Danganronpa V3 is the 3rd game. There's Ultra Despair Girls, which is a spin-off game. There's several light novels that I have not read.
And then there's a new thing coming out in December on the Switch. I think it's like a...
So that's just a collection of these 3 games, and it also comes with a non-canonical board game mode. It's not an actual new game.
Oh, okay.
So if I remember correctly, there was another release of one of the Danganronpas that had that board game in it. But this is the first. If I remember correctly, I actually don't know because I've never played it. I feel like what I remember hearing was that like the like PC some release of it added the board game.
Now I'm returning to the main menu.
I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point, so I'll just stop talking. Check them extras. See if we got any fun stuff. Oh, movie gallery. We can watch our friends die.
Yep.
Oh, school store. That's fun. That you can actually like go to the store and get items without having to actually load the game. Mm-hmm. That's fun. Hey, it's Ifumi and Sayaka. I remember them. Boo!
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, yeah, so we won't be back tomorrow because tomorrow, I gotta watch Croy. For anyone who doesn't know, which I assume is nobody here, but Croy, I'm very excited for your modded up Kingdom Hearts 3 stream. I remember this. I think I was there for this.
It's pretty good.
It's ultra quiet. Oh, I have the desktop audio turned down for Danganronpa.
There we go. That's right now.
Oh well. Nothing I can do about that. It's already over. That's something I need to figure out at some point. Anyway, yeah. So we won't be back. We won't be back tomorrow. I don't think I'm doing anything on Thursday night, so we might be back on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, trying to think how many more streams we have.
Yeah, I would like to know that. The problem is though is that it means you have to kind of tell me.
We definitely have. This part of the game, I feel like it always is longer than I expect it to be. I think we've got 2 streams left. I will be surprised if we have 3, and I would also be surprised if we have 1. Ooh. I'll have to look it up. I don't think we have. I don't think it's just 1. I think there's quite a bit to go, but I don't know. We probably could finish it on Thursday. Honestly, like, if we start a little earlier, if we have an early dinner, we probably can knock it all out on Thursday. And the reason I would want to do that, potentially, is just because... it's... Oh, yeah. I think, if I remember correctly, the way that it plays out is it's pretty much just like pedal to the metal for the rest of the game at this stage, and it would be pretty ugh to have to stop in the middle of what's coming up. So, with that in mind, perhaps we can have an earlier dinner on Thursday and start maybe like 6. If we do that, we might want to take a break in the middle. But
the sound gallery doesn't have Monokuma's like theme. I don't think.
What? Of course it does.
What is it called then? Yeah, I mean, I love to clear a notification.
I think it's called Mr. Monokuma's Class or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. No red dots.
Oh, anyway, you asked if I was streaming AI the Somnium Files. I was like 2 or 3 streams into that when we had the idea to play Danganronpa together, and every time I've been like, oh, it's a streaming night, I'm like, so Danganronpa. And even when it's not a usual streaming night, I'm like, can I justify playing Danganronpa tonight? Yes. So... I do want to get back to it. I was liking it a lot, but I just...
Yeah, we can... How exciting, though. We're almost done.
I was really liking it. I will... Oh, here's another thing that I will shout out. We haven't made any specific plans, but I think I might be joining my friend Sarah, our friend Sarah, for a Fallout New Vegas stream in a couple weeks, I think.
I don't get to look at the artwork.
Because Sarah has not ever managed to get into it, and she said that when she played Skyrim, she just needed someone who's experienced at Skyrim sitting next to her and telling her what to do, so she doesn't make terrible mistakes that make it harder to have fun. And I said, I have played Fallout New Vegas so much, and I love to backseat game, as you know, Croy. So, I think we're going to do that in a couple weeks, and I'm very excited for that. So,
I mean, this game, I'm like, no, please tell me. I'm stuck. I'm dying. I'm dead.
So yeah, I'll tweet that when that happens, obviously, and post it wherever the fuck. So
okay,
anyway,
enough goofing off.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I really doubt that anyone is streaming for me to raid them right now. Nope.
Hold on, can I save?
Yeah. If anyone happens to know anyone who's streaming that we can raid, let me know. But otherwise, yeah, it's fucking late. So let's call it then. Oh no, you closed it. Now we got the cringe screen.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I thought I was being helpful.
It's okay. You weren't, but it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. You see what she has to deal with, guys?
Oh no, I'm ascending to heaven.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
watching. Bye. See you next time. Bye.
And now we're stopping.